y'all, it's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be looking at each and every one of the new conference stories players that did get released in college football Ultimate Team 25 today, starting with Merriweather and all of the 80s, going to our 83 incredibly good budget options, to obviously the stud 86 overalls in Loveland, 87 Caleb Downs, as well as my quarterback one. I know y'all don't think he's quarterback one, and that's fine, but he's my quarterback one in Cade Mcnamara. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. If you're looking for, tips on auction house, like what's going to happen, I'm going to upload another video talking about that here later on today. Let's start off with Merriweather, and as we dive into it, guys, if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. We're on the road towards 10,000 subscribers. Merriweather, he's fine for a budget running back. The thing for me is he's more of like a power back, in my opinion, than he is like a speed back. Only the 79 speed, not great. 75 trucking is okay. 81 break tackle. Spin move, juke move, not great. I don't love this card. I think there's other better running backs in my opinion. So Jaheim Merriweather, you're fine. Not a guy I'd really look to add to your squad. Mario Buford. Now, if you play a lot of man coverage and you're really looking for a budget option, Buford's fine. 81 speed, 81 man coverage. For a budget corner, he is pretty solid. Now, if you play zone coverage, obviously not nearly as good. But in man coverage, Buford should be really, really solid for a budget cornerback. Next up, guys, we've got the 81 overall Kevin Haywood, left tackle here. 79 strength, he's 6'8". 6'8" is crazy. Decent pass block, decent run blocker. One thing I like about Haywood is he's pretty balanced overall. I mean, the run blocking is pretty equal to the pass blocking. And again, I like pretty balanced guys. A little better on the run blocking side of things. For a left tackle, budget-wise, is a solid enough guy. D tackle up next, Jasir Peterson. Okay, 76 speed for a D tackle is fine. 83 power move. I mean, this card's fine for a defensive tackle. Again, if you're balling on a budget, he is a-okay. I really do not mind the 76 speed. That makes the card a little bit better than some other guys for me. Michael Harris from Maryland up next. 83 speed for a left outside linebacker. If you're looking for an outside linebacker to not really rush the quarterback, he's really good. The way I look at him is kind of like a budgetish TJ Watt. Going to be really good in pass coverage. Going to be a really good user. But if you're looking for somebody to get after the quarterback, not going to be nearly as good. He doesn't really fit what I like out of an outside linebacker, but he's not the worst. He is a-okay. Ben Rather up next. 84 strength. Better run blocker than pass blocker. He's fine at that center position. I think there's better centers. The strength rating is really high though, so I'm interested in how much that means for offensive linemen in college football Ultimate Team. But again, pass blocking out of Rather, not ideal. My favorite card today, outside of QB1 Cade Mcnamara, is Jeremiah Smith. An 83 overall wide receiver with an 85 speed at 6'3". I mean, this is by far going to be one of your best value options in the entire game in Jeremiah Smith. I mean, I am so high on this card. I don't know what price he's going to go for because I don't see him on the auction house. But again, if he is a reasonable price, he's probably a top 5 or so. I don't know, top 5 is gassing it. But he's probably like a top 10 or so wide receiver in my opinion. He is absolutely elite. There's no reason to spend up on some of those top options when this guy exists. This guy should be on nearly every single team in college football Ultimate Team. He's going to be expensive, but not overly expensive as an 83 overall. But it kind of fits the trend of these conference stories cards. All of these 83 overalls, Crandall, Bo Freiler, Jeremiah Smith, even King Mack, absolutely elite. Let's talk about King Mack. 85 speed, 82 zone coverage, good acceleration. This, in my opinion, is your best budget-ish. I'm not saying super cheap, but budget-ish free safety in the entire game. Another card in the conference stories that I might add to my squad. Again, in these 83 overalls, they're so good and they're not going to be overly expensive. Again, keep an eye on Jeremiah Smith. See if, his price ever does go down in price. Same thing with King Mack, because if you can snipe those cards, again, they're going to be so good for you and your specific squads. Next up, guys, we head to the 86 overalls. We don't even have any 85 overalls. We head to the 86 overalls, and that's where things start to get a little bit crazy. Cade Mcnamara, look, I know you guys might not love him. I do. 78 speed, not great. 86 throw power, great accuracy, short, mid, and deep accuracy. Again, throw under pressure, and 85 is elite as well. he is going to be my starting quarterback. Why? Because I'm an Iowa fan. If you're not an Iowa fan, I'm going to be honest, he's going to be overpriced. I don't really see a situation in which you guys should buy Cade McNamara. But again, if you are an Iowa fan, if you do want to use QB1, hey, I can't hate on him because he is going to be my starting quarterback here in the near future. And I'm going to be giving you guys a gameplay of McNamara in Ultimate Team here soon. Colston Loveland, tight end, 86 overall. I think Colston Loveland is really good. Is he worth 400,000 coins? No. I just don't think he's that much better than Jason Morrow, if he's better at all. Same thing with Mark Andrews. As far as a receiving tight end, though, he's up there with like Jason Morrow as being one of the best in the entire game. Again, I think 431 is just overpriced, so I'd wait for his price to go down a little bit. But again, if he fits what you want, don't think you can't run Colston Loveland because the card is going to be a great receiving tight end in college football Ultimate Team. Pair him up with Cade McNamara, get that old Michigan connection. Too bad Cade is a Hawkeye now. Caleb Downs, your best card that we're getting today. 86 speed, 86 man coverage, 86 zone coverage. One of the best overall cards in the entire game. Genuinely, if you can get this card for right around, I don't know, 500,000 coins and you are like a guy that likes the best cards in the game, I don't think it's the worst option. Caleb Downs is so freakishly good in this game that if you buy him, you're not gonna have to replace him in the near future. Like, he is that good. Definitely a card that I am pretty high on today is Caleb Downs. And again, if you can find him for the right price, whatever that price is for you, definitely would be a guy that I would look to pick up. So how I'd rank these cards today: Caleb Downs, number 1. Colston Loveland, number 2. I'm not going to sit here and hate on Loveland. Honestly, if I was to rank these guys, I'm going to go Jeremiah Smith 3, King Mack 4. I'll go Cade McNamara 5. Now, that's my genuine, honest answer. I'm going to pick up Cade McNamara because I love him. And, you know, he's a Hawkeye, so I'm going to run him. But I genuinely don't see a reason for you guys to pick him up, especially with some of the other fast quarterbacks in the game that are going to be way cheaper. I do love the 83 overalls. Then we'll get to the 82 overalls. I don't necessarily love them. I'd probably rank Rather over Michael Harris. Both those cards are fine. As far as the 81s overall, Haywood's pretty solid. And Peterson is okay as well. But this is kind of a drop in which the 83 overalls are going to run the drop. I mean, this dude Jeremiah Smith is an absolute stud at 83 overall. Definitely a card, again, if you get for a decent price, I would run him for a long time. He is so good at that wide receiver position. And same thing with King Mack. If you can get these guys for a fraction of the price of what those top guys go for, that should be your goal with this drop today. Again, I don't know nothing about nothing, but if I am you guys, those are the two guys I'm really highlighting today. If you are in that kind of middle ground where you don't have the most coins, but do want to, you know, upgrade your team a little bit. It doesn't look like those cards are being pulled at a high level, a high rate. That's going to wrap it up for my video talking about the new conference stories players today. You guys can let me know who you guys are most excited to run. For me, it is Cade McNamara. But again, for you guys, obviously, he is not the highlight of your day. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.